April 1st, and we are playing the North Attleboro varsity boys team. And this is our second game of the season. My name is Jim DeVellis. I'll be trying to commentate, and with me today is Paul Silveri. Welcome, Paul.
Welcome.
So it's a beautiful day. First warm day we've had in a while, and first day I think that we haven't had rain or snow. So this is a perfect home game starter.
Beautiful outside. Got the turf all cleaned off.
So we're starting the first quarter, 12-minute quarter, and it's the face-off, and Foxboro takes it, and Foxboro is taken the face-off by Brian DeVellis, the senior this year, number 7.
Foxboro looking to get a little revenge on last year's final game of the season against North Attleboro in the tournament.
Yeah, that was a tough loss at the end of the last year. In goal, in net is Zach City, and he's a freshman coming up. Oh, I'm sorry, Zach City. He's a junior. I'm sorry. There's 3 goalies this year, which is actually pretty decent because they're playing off each other. It's very competitive. Zach was the goalie last year, and also vying for that position is the freshman Jake Adeshi and Tyler Silveri. Foxboro doing a good job this time, bringing it around the perimeter.
Settling down, trying to get their offense. Everybody a touch.
Yeah, Matt Stamatov's touching it. Came from Ross Smith.
A little ISO from behind the net. Lost his footing there. North Attleboro clearing the ball.
All right, North bringing it up. Defense closing in on them.
Nice Foxboro, all the Foxboro D back. Good position. And North's going to work it around, set themselves up for a play. North content to just work the ball around a little here, see if they can set something up.
Good job on defense.
Jack Foley there with the close D.
And junior 11 is Austin Ryan. Yeah, they're doing a good job containing them to the outside.
Rogers on the defense now. A little help from Buckner. A little scrum there. Ground balls. These 50-50 ground balls, when they hit the ground there, that's when the fight's on. Possession.
Nice, Austin Ryan keeping him to the outside.
Good midfield defense.
Seems like he's
there.
a strong lefty. He won't go to his right too much.
It's like North's got a little invert going here. Rogers in the close D. A little help from the freshman Cavany.
Foxboro is very patient on defense and not overcommitting. I think North Attleboro is trying to figure out how to get it in there. Not a lot of cutters on North Attleboro right now.
A lot of ISO plays here from North Attleboro.
And shot wide.
Defense
nice.
by Foley and Rogers, double team on that one. Trey Guarini comes up with that ground ball. Nice outlet pass.
Beautiful, good for Trey. Trey's a sophomore. We brought up, or we meaning the varsity coach brought up 7 freshmen. And there's a good mix of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors on the team this year.
Foxboro down on the attack now. 3 fresh midfielders in on offense. Wilson with the ball now. Over to Tom Blake. Down to Pat McCarthy. Back up to Wilson. Looks like Foxboro's a little isolation play from the top, from midfielder. Nothing there. Move the ball along to the next spot. Wilson pulling his man out now. Breaks free. He's got his hands clear.
Yep.
Tried to make a nice feed down to the left. Couldn't connect with the attack. North Attleboro pushing the ball up the field quickly.
It's good Foxboro got back pretty quick to contain him. Nice, and that's legal. You can hit on the side as hard as you want, as long as it's not from behind. Whistle blown. We're still in the first quarter, 6:46 left out of the 12-minute quarter.
Loose ball push on white, I'm sorry, red ball.
Up in front of the crease. Nice
Good shot of the goal.
Shot, a little wide.
Backed up by North Attleboro.
Now, when you see a shot and it misses the net, it's not like soccer, whoever's the last to touch it. It's whoever gets to the end line. When the ball goes over the end line, whoever's closest gets possession of it.
So it rewards a team for working hard to make it to that end line. You often see a nice race between a goalie and an attackman trying to compete for possession of the ball.
And if it's not a shot, whoever's the last to touch it, whether you run out with it or...
Foxboro's some nice D's.
Got to get the long pole up.
Midfielder scoops it up. Tom Blake moving it down to the attack. It's Joe Feeney.
Good to see Joe back this year. He disappeared for a little bit and came back. He's a very, very good player.
Moving around Foxboro.
Connor McNamara with the ball. Another junior.
Foxboro running an isolation from the back of the cage with the attack. Matt Stamatoff.
Nice job, Matt Stamatoff.
Excellent bounce shot. Planted it in the upper left-hand corner.
So there you have it. Foxboro taking the lead with 5 minutes left in the first quarter, 1-0. In lacrosse, we have 4 quarters.
Nice move there by Stamatoff. The whole rest of the Foxboro offense moved off to the left of the cage, left him alone.
Yep, it's developed into a nice, patient, smart player. So second face-off after the goal, you have a face-off. Brian DeVellis taking it for Foxboro. Brian's a senior this year.
Vince Mordini. No, I'm sorry, not
Brian
Vince
picks
Mordini.
it up.
Ross Smith on one side for the face-off, and
for some reason he got the face-off, but they called it back and gave it to North Attleboro. I'm not sure why.
Foxboro back on defense here. Out there we have Brian Buckner, Tom Rogers, Jack Foley, and Pat Cavaney are the long sticks.
Goalie
City with the ball. He's going to walk it up. Take his time. Got to find a nice spot to nice pass there to an attackman.
Matt Stamatoff
moving to the ball.
And Brian DeVellis picks it up.
Ground balls are huge.
Nice drop off.
Feeney's got that's
no, nothing called on that.
I'm kind of amazed that wasn't a penalty.
Jack Foley playing hard, keeping him to the outside. Nice. Jack Foley's a very strong player.
Doing a great job using his hands. Getting a nice slap check in there. Bob Kearse out there now, also on the close defense. Bob's playing the ball now. Buckner with a little bit of help.
You see a flag. Anytime you hit an opponent's helmet with your stick, you're going to get a flag. If they still have possession, the ref lets it go till it hits the ground or goes to another player, which just happened. So We're going to lose a player for a minute, and it is Brian DeVellis. Or is it?
No, I think it was
he just came off at the same time.
Buckner for the
Brian
penalty.
Buckner. Yep.
Tried to help out on the defense.
So 3 minutes left in the quarter, and you're going to see Foxboro down a person. So they're going to have 5 on defense plus the goalie.
So Foxboro's man down. Got 4 long poles and 1 midfielder.
What you're going to see here is senior Tom Rogers, 0 in the middle. Very vocal. He's going to be making sure people are where they need to be on man down. Very good at his job. One of the captains.
It's a battle. Nice close save there by City.
Yep.
Point blank stop.
That's best interest not to rush it since
now
we have the ball. I mean, it's still a man down. And he
gets it up to a free attackman. That's a.
It's over to Matt Stamatov.
It's great when they attack. They get up near the midfield line. They can't cross over. Got to maintain 3 people on that side of the ball. But his defenseman apparently fell asleep. Didn't realize he was gone.
So Pat McCarthy on the side with it. Playing the clock a little bit, waiting for time to go. We can get man even again.
Foxboro, now Foxboro's even. Wilson from the top, trying to dodge lefty, moves it over to Blake.
It's okay.
Looks like Blake might have stepped out of bounds while he had his stick on the ball. Ball's going to move over to North Attleboro.
Cable access, can you hear me now?
North Attleboro coming down. It's a slow break. Oh. Looked like Foxboro got back on defense there quite quickly enough.
Cable access, can you hear me now?
DeVellis out on the face-off now.
So we're 1:46 left in the first quarter, and it's tied 1-1.
In there. North coming up with that ground ball off the face-off. Get their touch inside the box.
Brian DeVellis containing him to the outside. I don't see a lot of cutters for North Attleboro. They're content around the side, and then one person eventually tries to run it in. Shots wide, and it's going to go out with North Attleboro retaining possession. Beat him by a foot. 1 minute left in the quarter.
North's just happy to work it around. They're going to do a little substitute, or mass substitution here.
Now in lacrosse, you can change on the fly. You don't need a whistle, but there has to be a certain amount of people. There's got to be 6 on each side plus the goalie. Attack with the ball behind.
Good
nice
stick
grab,
there,
beautiful. Jack Foley pulls it away.
Move.
28 seconds left.
He's going to try and draw a defender and then dump it down to Feeney. Feeney's going to go get a touch in the box. He's going one-on-one from the wing.
19 seconds. And the clock stops out of bounds with 14 seconds left in the quarter. .14 seconds. He's probably going to run a little bit and then take a long shot to the other side of the field. 9 seconds. And at home, I don't know if you have the clock.
Straight for the cage.
Underhand shot. And that's the quarter. So Foxboro and North Attleboro came in 0-0, and it's 1-1 at the end of the quarter. Pretty steady play. Not a lot of big surprises out there for either team.
No, early in the season, he's see a few drop passes, a little tentative on some ground balls.
So as I said, the Foxboro boys varsity or men's varsity, this is their second game. They played Norwood on Monday. They looked fantastic. Here's a quick write-up from the write-up that they had after on Hawk Sports. It says, Foxboro 16, Norwood 7 final. Junior Pat McCarthy registered a total of 10 points, scoring 5 goals and adding 5 assists to lead the Warriors to their first win. Senior Matt Stamatov scored 3 of the goals and added 2 assists, and senior Tom Blake had 4 goals and 1 assist. So the goals were kind of spread out a little bit, but what I saw on Norwood was a team that they exhibited some decent patience. They didn't have any panic shots, passed it around, held it when they needed to, but they cut, and the passing and catching was phenomenal on Monday, and hopefully it'll pick up a little bit more now and they can go up by a couple points. Now, North Attleboro is a team that we played last year in the final that knocked us out at the very end. Probably not one of Foxboro's better games.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I'm sure a lot of those kids wish they had it back, and thankfully this year a lot of them are back to have another crack at North Attleboro. Yep.
So if you go on the Foxboro High School website, you'll see their schedule. So Norwood, they've already played North Attleboro today. The other teams that they're playing between now and the end of May, North Attleboro, Wayland, Stoughton, Sharon, Barnstable, going to take a trip down the Cape. OA, Oliver Ames, Milford, Framingham, Canton, Bridgewater, Raynham, Attleboro, Reading, Bishop Feion, Franklin, Cohasset, Mansfield, King Philip, and Stoughton. So they get quite a few games in a short period of time.
Some big-time teams in there, too.
There are.
Some tough competition to
All right, so starting the second quarter, 12 minutes to go for the quarter, and Brian DeVellis is taking the draw, the face-off.
On the face-off, you got Colin Spinney on one wing.
Yep. And they switch sides, and you're going to see it is a factor today. Brian DeVellis picking up the ball.
Tom Rogers on the other side. DeVellis with the nice face-off win there. I think also new this year, you only get one chance to pop that ball out of the stick after the face-off win.
Oh, that's probably why it just got called back on the other one.
If it doesn't come out cleanly on your first attempt, you lose possession of the ball. Oftentimes the face-off guys like to pinch that ball in the small part of the throat of their stick.
Shot wide, and Foxboro is to the line first. So
Feeney with a little power move there.
Pat McCarthy, very impressed with his play in the first game as a junior. You're going to see some big things out of him this season.
Colin Spinney from the top now, switching over right-handed.
Yeah, Colin Spinney, a sophomore. I'm going to give a quick plug out to Colin Spinney's mom. Those beautiful shirts you see out there today, the white shirts with the dark blue. Shot a little high, push from behind. That should have been a flag. Nope.
Just because Foxboro got an immediate possession of the ball there, and they give it a play on until the ball settles in somebody's stick.
To try to ride him. Kid's got some legs. So you see a defensive player cut up short. The reason being is the defense can't go past the midline unless somebody stays back on the other side, or they would have been offside. So you'll see 3 long poles midi on Foxboro and 3 attack short sticks red on North Attleboro. And we just had a shot and miss.
So we got Austin Ryan out there on defense now. He's a midfielder. Colin Spinney playing the ball. Good footwork there. Bob Kearse on the ball now. Bob loses his footing, but he's got Tom Rogers there to back him up.
Underhand shot wide, and North Attleboro retains possession.
Foley on the ball now.
Yeah, Foley works hard to keep him outside. And again, another shot in North Attleboro first when it went over the line, so they'll retain possession.
North's got possession here. Buckner playing defense now on the ball.
Buckner, a very smart player. He's got good wheels, smart player, not overly heavy to push people out, but very few get past him.
No, he's got good stick work at a distance.
Yeah. Yep.
He knows how to use that pole. Kears here showing.
Boy,
nice.
I'm just not seeing the cutters from North Attleboro. A lot of wasted energy on the outside.
It's a very open offense, and then they sort of rotate in the offside ball. A lot of ISOs.
Yep, popped out of his stick.
Scooped up by Buckner. He's leading the fast break.
So
Foxboro's got 5 on 3 right now.
That's
some quick ball movement, but
he's out of the net, and he's just like any other player when he's out of the net. He can take a hit like anybody else, but he got back in. Feeney on the outside. Foxboro bringing in some fresh legs.
Blake, Wilson, and McNamara out there now for the midfield. Here goes McNamara from the top. Now he's got a double team. They move that ball quickly.
Nice, high
Blake
shot.
With a quick little move.
And White retains possession.
Pat McCarthy backing it up.
That was a good look. Now they got to hustle back. Wilson on him. So 7:38 left in the second quarter. Tied 1-1.
Ball's behind at X now, working it back out to the wing. Looks like we got Rogers on close defense now. There, a couple poke checks. As a long stick, it's important to harass the guy with the ball. You don't want to let him feel comfortable out there.
You see play his hands. They'll poke to his hands, poke to his stick. And thrown out of bounds by North Attleboro, and Foxboro takes possession with 7 minutes left in the quarter.
It's really what you're trying to do is not so much strip them of the ball, but force something like that to happen.
Yeah.
Make a bad pass so you can regain possession. Pick up a ground ball. Foxboro going to settle it down, get some fresh midfielders out there. It's like Ross Smith, Brian DeVellis, Colin Spinney going to be the fresh midfielders on offense.
So back to the plug for Spinney. Spinney's mom looked at the uniforms last year and donated all of these uniforms this year. The white ones for home, and you're going to see Brian DeVellis retains possession. You're going to see a nice dark blue uniform for the away games with white lettering. And I think the uniforms last year, they were okay, but they were a prototype, and they kind of fell apart.
It was really hard to see the numbers on the kids on the field with the white uniforms with the gold numbers. It was.
Was it?
Yes.
The football team was the same way. You're squinting from the side, and you just can't see. You got to rely on the kids' size and their mannerisms to figure out who it is. So thank you to Janet Spinney for that donation. And I think the school came up with about half the cost. And
I believe,
And I think this is going back to youth lacrosse. This is how the program started back in 2002 or 2003. I think that's how I met you and coaching the youth lacrosse.
Oh, yeah.
They started out as a club team, and after the first year, they brought it to a higher level. They started the girls programs, and now they're 225 kids strong on the boys and girls.
Yeah, it's exciting to see. I have 2 sons on this. One's a sophomore, one's a freshman, and having watched some of the high school games over the last decade, watching them move on, move up.
It's amazing. I mean, it's such a strong sport right now. And when it got brought to the school, it was the parents that funded it until it got going. And now that this feeder program that you see at the youth sports, 2 and 3 teams deep on boys and girls all the way from first grade.
First through 8th grade. Kids have a fantastic time. It's a very busy sport. There's a lot of activity. You're always moving. You got 10 guys on the field at one time.
Yep.
Everybody's got to pay attention.
I know the first year in high school, 2005, for the varsity, they didn't win a game all season. And it took them a couple years to get going. And, you know, then they made it 2010 Hockomock champs. And, you know, I had a kid that was on my team from Norton. I was just telling you that didn't have a youth program, didn't have a high school program. And I saw him over the weekend at the movies with his parents. And this is the first year that they had a high school program, and he's a senior.
I was happy to find it as a parent when my kids were, you know, elementary school. Having, I think I started playing in 1986.
You're dating yourself. But I think I have a year on you.
Played in 1986 through 94 or 5.
Yeah.
Had a great time. Always loved it. Still play occasionally with those old men that play on Sunday nights in Franklin.
Oh, you do that?
Oh, yeah. It's a good time.
All right, Foxboro trying to ride them. They're North Attleboro bringing it up the field. Still 1-1 with 5:30 left in the second quarter.
It's a real easy clear there by North Attleboro. Not something Foxboro wants to allow to happen too much.
Ooh, oh, that was a tough one. That was a sidearm shot from below.
Quick turn, and he got that shot off very quickly. Just a tiniest bit of separation from his defender. Looked like he was in a good position.
All right, so look at the replay here. He coming around, switches hands, goes from left to right, and just a skimmer on the ground.
It's almost like one of those hockey goals.
Well, that's where they want to shoot it.
Through some legs and
they want
pray
to go
for the best.
Always shoot for the corners, off stick, and he got it in. So Brian DeVell's taking the face-off. He's doing pretty well today. He's gotten, I think, all the face-offs except one turned over because he couldn't get it out of his stick. And he was attacked last year. They just moved him to midi this year. And it's going to go to Foxboro. You cannot play the ball when you're on the ground, when you're laying on the ground. So Brian DeVell's bringing it up.
Wilson, DeVellis, and Spinney out there as your midfielder. Stamatoff, McNamara, Feeney out there as your attackman. Foxboro running a little ISO from this wing.
That's
Stamatoff
it. That's Stamatoff.
Same thing like we just saw down the other end. A little quick move in both directions.
Yes.
Just to get some separation, and then nice bounce shot there.
It was good. You know, it was a smart play. He placed it with something on it, and that's hard to do sometimes. You know, he doesn't just throw it. And here's a little replay. As he comes up, he's righty, switches to a left. Not warding off. He doesn't put the hand up enough to interfere with the defensive player, but just looks at it, bounce, and comes up high on the turf, so that was good.
Yeah, you get a strong bounce on the turf. Something you got to get used to. A lot of these kids been playing on the grass field for their whole careers, really.
Nobody's been playing on the grass this year.
No.
If you look around, we still get about 1.5 feet, 2 feet of snow on the ground. Riding him hard. That's good. Broke it down.
There's a nice ground ball for Foxboro. Yep. Rogers with a nice parting of the ways there for some North Attleboro defenders.
Right there, Rogers is a good leader out there.
Moves the ball up to Feeney. Foxboro's all even now on this side. We got Spinney, Blake, and Wilson out there as your midfielders. Spinney headed off for a sub.
4 minutes left in the quarter. Foxboro ties it up at 2-2.
Tom Blake waiting for DeVellis to come in. Gonna take his man for a little run.
And he's going back to X. You hear us say X once in a while. X is a position right behind the net. Very important position after a shot. And from the X position, you can see the whole field. And Stamatoff. Oh, no, Wilson.
No.
Wilson.
No. Pat McNamara with the sniper shot there.
Yeah. Beautiful. I just said so easy it is to see the uniforms. I'm getting the numbers wrong. Maybe we can get a replay on this.
He fell into a nice little open zone there, as a lot of the North Attleboro defenders were enamored with where the ball was behind the net.
Yep. All right, here we go again. If we can go to replay on this. The same thing. Strong right. There we go. Had a lot on it. That wasn't a bounce shot. It was mid-range.
That was just a straight rip.
And Brian DeVel's fighting for the ball, and Foxboro comes up with it.
Comes up with a Cavaney, the freshman with the...
I don't know what that whistle is.
I think Foxboro tried to get a timeout while the ball was in their possession.
Yep, they had possession. So timeout with 3:22 left in the second quarter. So while we have a minute, I want to give a quick plug. We got here early and grabbed some of the JV players. A little arm twisting, but on the cameras is Mikey Collins, one of my nephews, Ryan Kelly, Joe Durba, and Casey Blair. So we've got Cable Access has provided us 4 cameras around. So also for Cable Access, for those of you at home that don't know, 99.9% of the Cable Access programs are brought to you by volunteers. We got Frank McDowell in the working the replays, working the cameras, the stuff that you see coming up on the screen is all Frank McDowell and Mike Weber, who runs the whole Cable Access. They were nice enough to bring up the Cable Access truck, run out all the wires, set up all the cameras, and right after this game we have the girls varsity playing right after this, so they're doing a twofer today. So thank you to all the volunteers. And also a quick shout out to 2 people from Foxboro Boosters Club. We got Kim McNamara and Joanne Whalen, who if you're one of the parents on the team, you're going to see emails from them probably about one every day, sometimes more.
Oh yeah, they keep up, they keep us informed.
Yep. So
which is fantastic.
Yep. So like a lot of the other sports, we have spaghetti dinner, pasta dinners before every game, and they coordinate all that. So thank you for the parents that host that at their houses. We've got car washes coming up. We've got calendars with gift certificates. So very active group. So after the timeout with Foxboro, we've got 3:20 left in the quarter. Foxboro has possession. Sending it over to Joe. Long pole. I'm sorry, Joe Rogers. Tom Rogers.
Quick little set play there from Foxboro to change the field.
It's Stamatov. Again, very comfortable in dropping it into the net, but saved by the goalie. And Foxboro will ride them as much as they can to keep it back. Probably come across to 27, who's open. Maybe not. Nice. It's always nice to see the younger kids showing up to heckle the other team.
Great.
You can hear that from home.
Look around here today. There are a lot of people spectating for this game.
It's got a good crowd. Yep.
People start to realize that lacrosse is very fun to watch.
And a push on Foxboro. Surprised it wasn't someone probably mouthed off. Well, that was a late flag from the same call.
Apparently.
So you see Tom Blake trotting off the field.
I think it was
on
probably
Mark Wilson. Yeah. But in all honesty, yeah, his mother's shaking her head. Yeah, it was my son.
Sometimes,
Sue saw it a mile away.
it's easy to say as a parent. I tell this to my kids all the time. Just try and keep quiet. But as a parent, it's so easy to say that. I can remember as a kid playing in a game. Your blood's pumping. You're excited. No one is going to tell you what to do or where to go.
Now, I've had Mark for years and years on the youth and never had a problem with him. And to be honest with you, he was coming down the field and he just got tripped up. So I think he expected a flag on the other side.
Got Rogers clearing the ball out for Foxboro here, who's a man down. So they really need to kill some time. North Attleboro probably going to throw 2 men on the ball.
And Joe Feeney.
Joe's going to run his guy around.
You see that circle around the net from home? That's the crease. You cannot go into that if you're an offensive player. So
the Tackmen love to use that. I played defense as a young man, and their main objective in life is to get you to trip over that net as you go around the back of the cage.
So Tom Blake over to Stamatov.
Foxboro doing a good job killing some time here.
Back and forth. We got a minute and a half left in the quarter. Half of that is probably a penalty, so we're a man down for half of that.
Foxboro's
30 seconds of it.
Doing a good job running around here. When they run into trouble, move it to the next guy.
So no pressure. If they want to keep it to the outside.
All even again here with,
Wilson
with
back
about
in.
a minute to go in this second quarter.
So that was a 30-second penalty then.
Foxboro going to spread it out a little.
1 minute left. It's funny with lacrosse. You say it's only 1 minute, but we've seen 2 or 3 goals.
Oh, yeah.
Off the draw coming down.
You can.
Nice save.
That probably wasn't
the best.
What Coach Noon wanted to see for his shot with the last minute. If anything, I'd say you probably want to put that one on the ground.
Yep.
Put a little bounce to it.
Okay, 26 seconds left, and North Attleboro calls a timeout.
Timeout for North here.
That's a good call. Rather than rushing it, you can get a lot done in 26 seconds with a set play. So see how Foxboro responds to that. So during the timeout with some time to kill, I emailed Coach Noon this morning to see what if there's anything he wanted me to say or any thoughts. And this is what he sent me. He says, Jim, I'm liking the team. I've been impressed with the senior leadership. They've been hungry since the start of the season, and the work they've put into the off-season is paying off. The competition in the goal has made all 3 goalies better. We have a good freshman class with 7 making the varsity. For the first time, we are able to practice separately from the JV due to the fact that I have John Kent and Greg Keefe, the lacrosse guys. The turf has been great, and we are excited to be around each other again. There's so much positive energy around the team. And I got to say, the off-season, they worked hard. They, you see a lot of the older kids coming down to what they call the Outlaws, which is the youth teams, and they spend their Thursday nights coaching the youth. And it's a good, solid team this year. And I think Coach is seeing the benefits of that this year so far.
It's nice. I know, in past years, it's been a little thin with some classes.
Yeah.
Would they think 5 or 6 seniors from last year's team,
yep.
which isn't really a big class.
Yep.
And this year, you have a nice mix of
yep.
juniors, sophomores, freshmen, seniors.
So we got 26 seconds left. North Attleboro has the ball, and see what they can do, and see what Foxboro do to hold them out. Still working it around the perimeter.
The field spread way out. Buckner from behind on the close D.
And
nice job by Buckner.
He was off balance by Buckner and forced him to shoot it into the ground. 8 seconds left in the quarter.
It's got to be something quick here if North wants to even get a shot on the cage.
6, 5.
Trying it from
4,
X.
3, 2, 1. And that'll be the half. So we'll take
a
a break, probably about 5-minute break, and let's see what they come back with. But they gotta step it up a little bit. We're ahead by 1. The other thing that I see nice this year that we didn't see last year is as Coach had mentioned, he's got 2 guys on the sideline. John Kent, who you probably met him around the same time I did 10, 12 years ago, and he was coaching the youth. Every year he comes back, coaches the youth, and what you see is the kids come back just to see John. He's a good guy, and so he's on the sideline. He's taking the head coach of the JV and working the JV, but he shows up for the varsity and helps. And Keefe on the sideline. And welcome back to the second half of the Foxboro men's varsity lacrosse game against North Attleboro. The score is 3-2, and we're just starting the 3rd period. And this is Jim DeVellis, and I'm here with Paul Silveri. I've got a senior, Brian DeVellis, on the team, and Paul's got 2 sons on the team.
Yep, a freshman and a sophomore, James and Tyler.
So we're going to start off with the face-off, Brian DeVellis for Foxboro.
One big change for Foxboro, the freshman Jacob Desch is in the goal.
And
DeVellis with the face-off win, pops it out of his stick. Now he's just got to get to some safety.
There he goes, passes it off. Long pole, Tom Rogers taking it down the field. Brian DeVellis staying back so he's not offsides.
Rogers with the quick dump. Oh, and they give it back to Rogers, who got left alone.
Unbelievable.
Oh, what a nice play right there.
Tom Rogers, captain. Tom Rogers, good leadership. You don't see that often. When a long pole brings it down, they usually give it up.
Usually they hand it over, and they just start right back down the field.
Yep.
This time Rogers curled around and was like, hey, there's nobody on me, and I'm right in front of the crease. So
beautiful.
How about throwing it back my way?
So about 30 seconds into the quarter, they score a goal, so it's 4-2.
Nice slam dunk there by Rogers.
And Captain Brian DeVellis taking the face-off again. Ref making sure everything's perfectly lined up. And scooped up. Ooh, missed it by Foxboro. I saw a little raking there. You don't like to see that. And it's a flag.
There's a penalty from North Attleboro.
So we're going to be man up for a minute?
Yes, we are.
Let's see what they do on this. I was saying at the first half, Foxboro is a smart team this year. They're not that they weren't before, but they don't rush it. They've got plays, but they're not afraid to break out of the plays if they need to.
Looks like Foxboro's man up is DeVellis, Wilson, Tom Blake, Pat McCarthy, Joe Feeney, Matt Stamatoff.
Mark Wilson passing it off.
Foxboro's got the field spread way out.
Back to the X to Stamatoff, bringing it around. DeVellis up to the front. And
6-on-5, making North Attleboro work hard to keep up with.
Hard shot. Wide, but Foxboro was at the X position, so they retain ownership of the ball. 11 minutes left in the quarter. Passing it around. DeVellis up top.
Moving it quick.
Back to Wilson.
Crease defender is working hard there, getting down from the.
Back to Stamatoff. Stamatoff's doing well this. Couple goals all so far.
Move it in. It draws some
Wilson.
defense. Oh, converges right on Wilson.
Yeah. So they're going to ride him. He just passes
he's just
it
gonna
up.
Gilman that thing.
Which is okay. We'll take that. We get some legs. Man ball, holding off the defender, the attack, letting the goalie get it.
Moving it up quickly is Foxboro. Still in the man up. All even now. North Attleboro got their one defender back.
In a line. What a
quick shot
beautiful.
there
Is that
from Pat
Mark Wilson?
McCarthy.
Oh, Pat McCarthy.
Pat McCarthy.
Junior Pat McCarthy. Again, you're going to see big things from him this year. He had a great game against Norwood on Monday, bringing it into North Attleboro on Wednesday, April 1st. I need a little bit of a replay. Nice job bringing it around the perimeter. And it was a good shot, straight, a little underhand, a little sidearm, I mean. Brian DeVellis picks up the ball.
Another face-off win for Brian.
Passes it off, long pole.
Good thought there to get it back to the open guy. This is with the patience. This is where it pays off.
Love seeing a dash out there as a freshman.
Move it up to Foley. Foley's going to carry it over. Try and get it to a short stick.
Yep. Patience with Foley. You got Feeney.
Now Foley's just got to get back on his side of the field so that we can get a midfielder back there. Got Foley, Rogers, and Buckner on defense right now. Connor McNamara, Brian DeVellis. Haven't identified the third midfielder yet.
Nice drop.
Ross Smith out there also.
That extra pass. Very patient. You know, the stick skills they're pretty confident they're going to pass it around without dropping. It's taken years and years to get to that point.
A little two-man game down in the corner. DeVellis beats
in
his man.
with the,
oh, nice shot there, just a little.
But first to the line, and we keep ownership of it. 8:46 left in the third quarter.
Oh, I guess we don't. They must have called it red ball.
Oh, that's surprising from the far end.
Yeah, from here it looked like White made it to the ball first, but.
Ooh, hard shot. And we keep possession. We had somebody at the X.
Looked like McCarthy there with the strip on the clear, and then Stamatoff with the blast from the upper
So Pat Mack starting it off, sending it over to DeVellis, looking up to the crease.
Quick feed on
Yeah,
the Ross
beautiful.
Smith right there. Nice
Love
goal.
Ross Smith.
That's not a goal? It is a goal.
No, it was on the side of the net, I guess.
Boy, that seems hard to believe. From the angle I'm
From
looking
where,
at,
yeah,
how would you
thought it
hit
went
the
in.
back of the net?
They did it. DeVellis coming back on him.
Quick
And
shot there, backed up by North. Rogers on the close defense here. His attackman trying to use the crease, but the defense he's in the crease
Nice.
on that.
Is he in the crease? Pushed in the crease or ran
You
in
got
the
to
crease?
fix the net here, Mr. Official.
Yeah, that dash is right on that. Yeah, so he was pushed in the crease, so that's why they got the ball back. North Attleboro is also pretty patient around the outside, but they don't transition to the middle very well. And Foxboro takes back the ball.
Dash moving it up now, looking for an opening. Yeah, it was a nice. Oh,
There you go, nice control. And you
Tom
see a
Blake.
dash. You'll see him all year. He works at the four kicks in Taunton. Clinics. He's always in the net. Loves being in the net. Ah, another side shot.
not sure how there wasn't a slash there, but
There we go. I see in Foxboro yelling yellow. That means no set play, but they keep it around the perimeter.
yeah, they're going to slow the ball down a little, get settled, take a little break. They're just on defense for a little while, maybe get a substitution.
That's exactly what they use the yellow for when they want to bring people in and out. There's no pressure on the outside. Stamatov brings it behind the X. Nice position to be in. He can see the whole field. Little fake.
Tom Blake working the long stick behind the cage.
He's got it. Oh, good save by the goalie.
It's a big rebound off that save.
So those of you watching from home, there's a lot of lines on this field. There's lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, football. If you want to look at the blue lines, that's what we're playing. All right, let's watch Foxboro ride the team.
North Attleboro trying to clear here. Goalie's bringing it up.
Hey.
Those are the kind of things that'll drive a coach nuts, though, when they
There we go, bringing it up.
let
Oh, was that a push?
He's just going to call it interference, but since it was Foxboro's possession, North simply takes the ball back.
All right, bringing it behind to X. Nice job keeping him out.
Kierce on the close defense here. He's got nice hand position, keeping them close together, using his stick.
Oh, that's from being. Ooh, I thought the goalie was going to get the call on that one.
He gets the push, but because he doesn't have possession anymore, it's a play-on situation. Rogers moving the ball up the field here and move it to a short stick.
See the long pole coming back, switched it back. McCarthy coming back up for Foxboro.
Looks like we got
Colin Spinney back in the game.
Yep, Colin, Connor McNamara, and Ross Smith. Back out there in the midfield. A nice feed to the middle. Quick shot, but
mid-waist, those are the easiest ones to save.
Yeah, it's
corners off stick.
not
bounce
the best
shots.
placement. Good opportunity, though, for Foxboro.
Yep. So a little under 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Back on defense. Looks like North Attleboro is clearing out the back.
Still not a lot of cutters for North Attleboro. They're comfortable around the edges. Oh, little fake. Wide shot, and the first to it is going to be North Attleboro.
Tough move there to try and pull off.
Yep. Yeah, Jake gave it an effort, but he was a step behind.
A little right-handed face dodge, and then unable to switch to the left hand, so he had to wait. Pick behind the net here. Rogers on the close D.
Someone's got to come up.
Foley picking up.
Someone's got to slide. They
Foley,
did.
good position there. Got his hands on him, using his stick well. Riding him out with that bottom hand. Trying to push him wide of the cage. Keeping pressure.
Up. This is the toughest spot right there.
He's in a little help. Ball's down.
Looked like he was in the crease. Maybe not.
Foxboro trying to
nice
force him out here. Quick shot.
Nice save by Dadesh. Good skills.
Now he's just got to look up. There he is. Find his midfielder. Moving
Boy, that was a nice
save. Attack.
The hockey save.
Foxboro trying to fight for possession here after dropping that. Now they got to hustle back on defense, which they do. It's the biggest thing in lacrosse is coaches always tell you can rest on offense, which doesn't seem right to the young people. They want to go all out on offense, but you know, offense is where you can take your time, set it up, get the look you want to have. Defense is where you got to work hard, you got to run.
Tom Rogers behind controlling him. That's a tough position right there. If he swings, he gets a shot out, and he did. And
coming out our way.
That was a close one, but North Attleboro retains it. Jake Adesh getting back into the net.
Connor Mack on the defense up here on the short stick.
2.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Tom Piccolo in as the fourth long pole now. He's on the ball. Rogers to Piccolo. A little double team right there. Got to get a good stick up. Nice save again by Adesh.
He puts his stick and body into it. And another one. All right, defense got to stop this. He can't keep this up much longer.
No. Now he's got to make a quick look up the field here to Buckner.
Beautiful, Bucky.
He could just goose it ahead to his attackman.
Nice teamwork.
Oh, Andrew Whalen in the game now.
That should be a flag.
I think he's probably just going to get a push for it because there's no possession. Did the other ref throw a flag?
I don't see the other ref.
I'm not sure what happened there.
I thought he had possession.
Oh, did he? We must
have
called
it's a
timeout.
That's what it is. Unusual.
He must have had possession of it then.
Good call by Coach Noon. So a minute, almost 2 minutes left. 1:50 left in the third quarter. Foxboro leads it 5-2, and this is kind of a payback game. If we can pull this off, North Attleboro beat us in the final last year.
This is a tough
end
game.
Our season. Quick call out to our fine camera folks, mostly from the JV game this year. They didn't have a game this year, not enough fields. So Micah Collins, Ryan Kelly, Joe Durba, and Casey Blair manning the cameras. Thank you very much. Inside our cable access crew, we've got Frank McDowell doing all the nice captions and camera work and putting it all together with I think we have 4 cameras out here. And also Mike Weber on our earphones, kind of master planning this whole cable access, setting it up. So thank you very much for all of those volunteers.
That's great. The kids love this too, right? They get to go home, flip on cable TV,
and watch it.
Watch themselves play in a. Get a second look at Adesh making a nice save here. Feeding it across.
Yep. Beautiful. He puts his body into it, and I tell you, if you don't believe it, come out here and watch one of these games. These kids don't wear pads. You know, they probably have a chest protector and a cup, and that's it.
Goalie's got a pair of gloves, a little throat guard, and the chest protector.
Yep.
Other than that.
I remember Matt Stamatov, his older brother's playing goalie as Villanova, and I asked him, he commentated one of the games, and I said, why don't you wear? You know, I'd be out there like a football player with the thigh pads and everything.
They want that quick movement.
Yeah,
they don't want to be interfered with.
And it's a little ego, too. If you put pads on, the other team, the other goalies look down on you.
Goalies are a different breed, right? They're
are.
not your normal lacrosse people.
Yep.
They're special in a good way.
In a good way. So almost 2 minutes left in the quarter. Brian DeVellis starts it out with Foxboro.
Foxboro down. Got one of our freshmen on the field now. Andrew Whalen down at the attack.
Whalen. Quiet kid, but I tell you, he's got some good lacrosse skills for a freshman.
He does. Growing up, what does he have? 2 older brothers, I believe, both of which played here in Foxboro, youth and high school.
His father's very, very involved in the youth Boosters Club as president, as his wife Joanne, both very active in the youth lacrosse over the years.
Got a little push on red there. Foxboro ball again, out in the alley. McCarthy with the ball.
Starts it off.
Down to Whalen. Moving it over to Stamatoff. Moving it up to Blake. Foxboro's got the field spread way out here.
And DeVellis making a move.
He's going to run ISO from the wing.
Dumps it off.
And left-handed too. Sometimes it's a tough sell for a high school defender to you know, you're used to most kids being right-handed and playing defense a certain way.
Yeah, Brian's a lefty. He was attacked last year. They had him on the wing, and he had this killer left shot. But this year they moved him up to midi. And it's so far working out pretty good. 40 seconds left in the quarter.
North trying to clear the ball here. Foxboro with a good ride on here. They got everybody. Oh, found a little hole in the middle.
Coming down. You don't want the long pole to shoot.
He's going for the goal.
No.
Those long poles, they just love going.
It's hard to give it up.
It is like a giant prize.
Yeah, you're a hero when you get it in with the long pole.
And here, speaking of which, you got one.
Yeah, transition.
How is
with 13 seconds left.
There comes the flag.
The flag, beautiful. Clock stops with 10 seconds left in the quarter.
You know, Buckner dished the ball, and a good 3-4 seconds after it was gone, that kid just.
And oh, geez, Buckner's still down.
Let him.
You don't like to see that. Buckner's probably one of the cleaner players you'll see in the sport this year.
He's a very finesse.
He is.
You know, stick skills, foot movement.
And I used to say this to the parents when lacrosse first came to town. They'd be nervous that their kids were going to get hurt, because they see the hitting and stuff. And I said, if your kid's a good player, they're going to dish it off before they get hit, and they're not going to have to hit to get the ball. And Buckner, he's that type of player. Very seldom do you see him take a hit because he's quick enough to get rid of it.
They can forecast it's coming. You see the field. You know, as soon as that guy starts coming at you, that's when you got to dish the ball.
Slow to get up, but he is getting up, and you get a round of applause from the spectators. So because he was hurt, they're going to have to take him off the field because it was a hurt timeout. So Foxboro's going to come in with 10 seconds left, and they're going to be a man up. So let's see what they do on this play.
I don't know what the penalty is. I would guess it's some sort of illegal contact or unnecessary roughness, or which is one of those penalties which is at the discretion of the official, depending on how severe it was. He could send him to the box for anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yep.
And lock it in, for that matter, if he felt like it was
locked into the next quarter.
Flagrant.
Yep. So North Attleboro's going to be a man down. You see they've got 4 players out there. There's one more coming. And here comes Foxboro. So Foxboro leads at 5-2 with 10 seconds left in the third quarter.
Oh, I don't know if North is 2 men down, or they just don't realize that they need another midfielder out there.
I'm not going to tell them. I don't know why they'd be 2 men down.
Or am I missing someone? Right? There's 4 guys out there on defense.
You've got 23.
Oh no, it's
1, 2. Yeah, they only got 4 out there.
You
got 23, and you've got the other one just.
Oh, it looks like we got 2 guys in the box.
Oh, beautiful. All right.
I see.
So 9 seconds, 8 seconds.
2 guys on a knee.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to hold it. They're going to play smart, and they're going to hold it to the next quarter. So
this is one of those things where normally at the end of a quarter, doesn't matter who has the ball. 6 on 6, possession, you go to a face-off
Yep.
at the beginning of the next quarter.
So
when
good coaching. They told him to hold on to it. You get possession. You're still going to be man up.
Yeah, man up or man down for that matter.
Yep.
If you have the ball at the end of the quarter, you're getting it at the start of the next one.
Okay. So I'll take advantage of this timeout the change of periods. If you're looking in the background, you're going to see some lights up. And kudos to Foxboro Youth Lacrosse. They invested in temporary lights on generators. And we've been using this field 24/7. I had practice at 9:30 at night the other night, and I was cursing whoever did this field. But no, they turned them on, and youth soccer stepped up, and they chipped in on it. So the only field in town that is being used for any of the sports. I know baseball's playing on it tomorrow, but they get the lights on at night, and they're quiet generators, and you can't play a game with them, but it's enough to practice.
Yep.
And the kids have been loving it.
Which it's a big advantage. Those schools that don't have access to something like this.
Yep. So if you look, that's a generator, and I don't know the whole story, but I know CMAC, a local volunteer on just about every sport and construction project, brought those in, and they're going to be here until they go, I guess.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And also another little plug, there's been funding through the town, through the budget, for permanent lights. And if all goes well, the Capital Improvement Planning Committee voted yes for it. The advisory committee voted yes for it. The school committee voted yes for it. So the only thing that's left is town meeting on May 4th, I believe. And if town meeting says yes, it's going to go out to bid. In a couple weeks after, they're going to start the lights. And
awesome.
we're going to have 4 permanent lights in here. So
is that what it is? 4 towers?
Yep, 4 towers. So Foxboro starts it off the beginning of the 4th quarter.
Man up 6-on-4 for Foxboro here. So ball movement is really the key. You got to get this North Attleboro team just spinning their heads around so that they don't know where they're supposed to be.
Right now it's kind of the hot potato who's going to end up with the shot.
Sooner or later, a Foxboro attacker is going to get lost in the shuffle here.
That's it.
That was a very, very tight feed.
Oh, high shot, but we retain it. Clock stops at 11:27.
Quick shot. So Foxboro is going to have probably another 20 seconds anyways on this 2-man up opportunity.
And I tell you, all those players out there, not one of them are afraid to shoot, but they're waiting for the right opportunity. And here it is. Brian DeVellis threw it down. Yeah, and we retain it.
Looks like we're all even now. North Attleboro. Oh, left open
That's
in the middle.
It, right? Nice feed to the middle.
Nice feed.
Beautiful.
North Attleboro, they got their 2 guys back, but they didn't know who to pick up.
Yep.
They didn't know where to go.
So dumped it, Brian. Who made that pass? Was that Wilson?
I believe
6,
so.
Yeah, Wilson over to DeVellis in the front, and
DeVellis
strong lefty, and again, a bounce pass. The goalie
settled right in the middle in a little empty area.
So here comes around, scooped it. Yep, that is Wilson.
And
you see his head up. He's looking, not
looking.
panicking. Nice pass to the middle.
And there's
lefty.
DeVellis. Nobody near
That's
him.
the bounce. Bounce and into a corner. Well, who's taking the draw? Yeah, I keep saying draw. That's a girls' term. The girls' lacrosse is a draw, the face-off.
I believe it's DeVellis again.
DeVellis, and lost it.
Wow, I'm not sure about that call, but he said Whitehead procedure. It looked to me like red went early, but.
Yeah. So Foxboro picks it up 6-2 with 10:46 left in the 4th quarter.
North settling in on their offense. Doing the same thing. I've been trying to do the same thing all game. They're pulling them out wide to the wings and trying to run a little isolation. Only thing when you run a play like that is once you draw that second guy, you got to get rid of the ball.
Yeah.
That's,
all the work for nothing.
Yeah, your coach has been telling you since you were in the 1st grade playing lacrosse. Once you get that second guy on you, get rid of it.
Somebody's open, yep.
Another 50-50 ground ball opportunity here for Foxboro. North comes up with it again. Cavaney on the close defense down there, freshman. Tom Piccolo out there on defense.
He's got the spot. Oh, in the corner. Bottom left corner was tough.
Tough shot.
Yep. Yeah, he had that extra step, and the defense didn't slide over fast enough, and he took advantage of it.
And I'll tell you, as a goal, you know, the father of a goalie anyways, never played goalie. These kids, it's a lot to ask sometimes to get to some of these shots.
It is, especially a young kid like that, a freshman. All right, so he just doesn't slide fast enough over. He gets a step on him. He sees it. And to the left side.
He goes high to low.
Yep.
You know, sometimes that ball's traveling in excess of 80, 90 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Solid rubber.
Yeah, that's not forgiving, that's for
no,
sure.
not at all.
All right, Tom Blake took that face off.
Tom Blake, and then we got Austin Ryan scooping up the ground ball for Foxboro possession. Moving it up to Ross Smith. Smith gets a touch inside the box for Foxboro. Over to Wilson, to Blake, Stamatoff. Foxboro killing a little clock here, I would say.
No, absolutely no reason to rush it.
Yeah.
Even though there's plenty that can happen in 9 minutes, but
take their time. If an opportunity presents itself, take it.
Shame on North Attleboro for not being a little more aggressive on the ball. They got to come out. This will happen all day.
Yep.
Oh!
I don't know. Is that
That
it?
was an underhand shot. You don't see those. You know, the underhand is a little faster, but it's less accurate, and when they can pull it off, that's great. And that was Pat McCarthy.
I'm going to tell you, from this angle, I can't even see the open mouth of the goal.
Yep.
And yet, he snuck that thing in there.
Yep. If Foxboro Cable Access can be kind enough to give us a replay, courtesy of Mike Weber. What's that?
He's rolling around.
What's the underhand shot? See, the underhand, it has a wide range. It can go. It's faster. But to get that accurate shot and sneak it in there, it's fantastic. All right.
Another face-off win for Foxboro.
Tom Blake brings it up.
Got Blake, Smith, Wilson out there. Along with Stamatoff, Feeney, and McCarthy. Flag down for Foxboro.
All right, so when the flag comes down, we keep playing until the ball gets loose and hits the ground or it goes in the net.
Unfortunately,
or
also
outside of the box.
in high school lacrosse. Only in high school, though. When you move up to the college level, it doesn't matter. The ball can go anywhere.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they were outside of the box and gave up the ball. That's what I thought you were saying.
He stepped outside the box, so they lose the opportunity.
Oh, with the flag. Gotcha.
With the flag down.
But they still retain possession.
Which sometimes I don't understand, because there's no advantage to having the ball still with the flag down. It's not like you get an extra attacker or,
correct.
You know, like in hockey you could yank the goalie and he gets to come up and.
The difference, though, if you look at the girls' lacrosse, once the flag's drawn, the play's dead. Even if you have possession and advantage. I keep saying they're going to change that someday, but at least boys, they let them play when you have the advantage.
And I guess depending on the foul, if you scored, you may get another opportunity to possess the ball with the man down.
Brian DeVellis on the outside, passing it back to Stamatoff. Those two kids have played together since 2nd grade. Wilson over, and a shot high and
deflected.
Yep, Stamatoff at the X, so he'll retain possession. X again being the position right behind the net. Back up to DeVellis, back up to Wilson.
Setting up their play here. Tom Blake
moving
creeping down ever so
back
slowly, hoping nobody pays attention to him.
Another hard shot.
Pat
and
Mack
Fox
with another one.
Feeney a little closer to the line than the goalie, so we retain possession. 7.5 minutes, 7-3 Foxboro.
Nice quick look there.
That's
trying
it.
to jam it on the crease.
Hard shot. That was a hard shot.
That's one of those ones that nobody wants to get in front of.
Yeah, that's
the
hard.
goalie doesn't really want.
Yeah,
he doesn't want you to
never
hit him
admit
with it.
But
he's trying to walk it off right now because I'm telling you, that hurt.
All right, we're gonna ride him. He's coming up the sideline, number 19.
Not sure what
North
happened
Attleboro.
there.
I think what happened was the goalie had the in the crease
Clamp
with the
on
ball, and it was hit by a Foxboro inside the crease. So goalie's going to, yeah, as he should, he's going to start off with it.
They're just going to make the goal.
Here we go. We get somebody staying back for Foxboro. Stamatov going for the ball. Oh, two hands, whoops. Sometimes I'm coaching from the side.
It's tough now. I've been biting my tongue all day.
I'm going to yell that out. Matt Stamatov used two hands. In second grade, we've been telling you that. It's easy because you think you have it, you're going to go down, but all it takes is one little hit by the stick, or you go after it.
You don't feel that guy who's 5 feet away from you but has a 6-foot-long stick, and all he's got to do is tap you on the elbow and you miss.
So we'll take back one of those points for Stamatov for doing the lazy play. Timeout had to be
looks like Foxboro took the timeout.
They had possession.
We're close to the sideline. I don't want to run the risk of getting shoved out of bounds and losing an important possession. 4-goal lead isn't huge.
So I'll just I read these off in the first half, but in case you weren't listening, this is the schedule of the varsity game. We've already beat Norwood 16-7, playing North Attleboro today. Then we go to Wayland, Stoughton, Sharon, Barnstable, Oliver Ames, Milford, Framingham, Canton, Bridgewater Raynham, Attleboro, Reading, Bishop Feehan, Franklin, Cohasset, Mansfield, King Philip, and actually Stoughton is going to end up with JV. So last game would be King Philip back in middle of May 13th.
Some powerhouse teams in there. Some teams that have been playing decades longer than Foxboro has been with the program.
Yeah, so the Foxboro started back in at the youth level back in 2003 by a few volunteers and come a long way. Got over 220, 225 kids in the program right now just in the youth. So back behind with
McCarthy was back there.
McCarthy.
Feeney.
Over to Stamatov.
Got Tom Blake, Brian DeVellis, and Mark Wilson out there now. Pat McCarthy trying a little ISO from the back.
So once the goalie comes out of the crease, he's like any other player. You can hit him.
He is fair game.
Yep.
And unfortunately for that goaltender, he most likely doesn't have any elbow or arm pads on.
Correct.
And
oh, I hope I can see the replay because I was watching their goalie.
I was also.
I don't know what happened there.
Fell asleep on that one. Those are those quick goals, though. The unsettled situation.
Yep.
It's not fixed offense. The ball's moving. People are trying to get where they're supposed to be going. You lose track of one guy. Yep.
It just takes one unsettling transition to do it. And there's 6 minutes left, 7-4, and that's very winnable for North Attleboro if they keep up the Brian DeVellis takes it.
Nice pop out there from DeVellis.
This is a new technique. He's never done it behind the stick. He's done it every time this game. Someone's been showing him.
Yeah, he's definitely got that pinch and maintained possession.
Yep.
Face-offs, it's especially guys have certain things that they want to do, whether it's jumping over the ball or popping it out to one of their wingmen.
Yep.
Or like Brian's been doing today, is pinching it and
just getting to an open
his
spot.
own possession. Yeah.
Yep. And getting the face-offs is key. You more than not, that's what gets the momentum going. You lose a couple face-offs, they come down and score, and it's tough. You got Feeney running around.
Possession, very important.
You see how Feeney runs. He holds his arm out, but he can't push the defender's stick back.
He can't move his arm around yet, but he can leave it out there as sort of a, we'll call it a shield.
Getting a little showboaty there.
Yeah, that probably wasn't the best move, but, it's creative. I'll give him that much. It was worth a try.
They're going to play man ball. One person takes the man, the other one gets the ball. There we go.
Getting it up quick. Now they got to
hold
settle
on
it
to
down
that.
here.
That was smart to hold on. Up top, Brian DeVellis over to Stamatov.
Get back into your offensive set. Settle down.
Controlling the situation. 4.5 minutes left. The 3-goal differential.
And this is another thing. You don't want to get too complacent trying to kill some clock. Sure, you got a 3-goal lead, but as we just saw, they can run down and
Yep.
score pretty quick.
Yep. He's going full speed, passes it off, one-handed catch.
Quick dish.
Oh. Goalie looking for some interference. Probably could have had it, but they didn't call it. Nice.
McCarthy comes up with a quick ground ball. Again, yeah, Foxboro just going to settle it back down. Relax. Everybody get back to your spots. Looks like we're going for a sub here.
Same play again. He's going to come down hard. He's going to look.
Feeney's
there.
headed out.
Oh, take the shot. Nice save,
That
goalkeeper.
was a nice shot. Good bounce shot. Goalie was right on it.
Another long one.
It's a
Kind of the Hail Mary.
real long toss here.
What do they call that? Not a mulligan. What do
Gilman.
they call it? Gilman. And we do our own. Oh, nice. Controlled.
Foxboro's going to have a break here if we can run some midfielders down.
3.5 minutes. And if you look in the sideline, you see Coach Keefe bringing these kids in and out, in and out, in and out. And it frees up Coach Noon to kind of focus on the plays and the calls. Good combination this year between the two of them. And John Kent popping in and out. Coach Kent.
It's great. Right now, Foxborough getting some subs on, fresh bodies.
Yep.
McCarthy's got the ball at the X.
Yeah, McCarthy's got a lot of confidence. He doesn't. He's not shy to get it in there. There we go, Matt.
Good ground ball. That's nice pickup there. Stamatov got a little, took one on the shin, I think.
Yeah.
Whalen.
Coming from Whalen.
It's Andrew
Again, a
Whalen with the
freshman.
ball right now. Yep.
That wasn't the smartest move for defensive, but it worked. You don't want to roll it to the goalie when you get two defenders, two offense between you. And the run. Tom Rogers, more times than not, he'll get that loose ball.
And he's got some wheels headed up the field. Yeah. He's not shy to run it up there, and quick.
So Tom Blake stayed back, let Tom jog back. Shot missed, and North Attleboro to the ball first. So Tom Blake leaving, this whole line leaving, and a new freshman, fresh midline coming in, midfield.
Yeah, we got
So
Piccolo, Barini, and Austin Ryan out there now.
2 minutes even. 2 minutes left in the last quarter.
Defensive midfielders. It's Austin Ryan on the ball now. Yeah. Nice footwork, good stick.
See, now they're getting the cutters in the middle for North Attleboro. They weren't doing that for the first 3 quarters very well.
The dash coming up with that loose ball. Getting it, a nice look up to his attackman. That's an easy clear. That's the easiest clear you'll have all day.
So again, North Attleboro not pressuring them too much. Letting them stay on the outside, and you get 1.5 minutes left. And there's a timeout? No.
No, we're getting, I don't know what happened.
Warding maybe?
I'm not sure what the call was there.
Boy, they
thought he got a touch in the box. I don't think it was.
Nice
save
a dash.
there
Nice
by
job.
Dash.
Boy, his body twists and turns. Unbelievable.
Now he's running for his
up,
life.
Smart play.
Excellent look there to
Tom's
Rogers.
going to look up and dump it. Nope.
Wilson scooping up that loose ball. Oh, you know what it was? Foxboro's got to keep it in the box.
Oh, because it was under 2 minutes.
Yes.
Yep.
So once we establish possession in the box, it has to stay in the box. When you have the lead under 2 in the 4th.
Yep. Good call. So we're at 40 seconds left in the game. I can live with a 7-4.
Oh, yeah. Foxboro is going to be content to run this out.
Good play by the goalie.
Yeah. And that's an extra defender is basically what that is. He comes out of the cage.
Oh, is that on Foxboro?
Well, it sounds like it.
Yeah, that was McNamara, I think.
McCarthy. Pat McCarthy had it out.
What's wrong with me today? Thinking of C-Mac. Yeah, let him take a break. He's had a heck of a game and a little deserved rest. So 24 seconds left. Foxboro converging down on their end, talking and breaking out.
Man down. Looks like we got Foley, Austin Ryan, Buckner, Cavaney, and Rogers out there.
15 seconds left in the game, and I think Foxboro's going to walk away with this. Well earned.
So it was definitely a hard-fought game.
And let's see,
North
6
got one
seconds
back.
left. They got a goal.
I don't think that's going to do it, though.
Nope. But I've seen a goal in 6 seconds, so the worst they could do probably is 7 to 6.
Only lose by 1, but.
Yep. Yeah, it was tough for Adesh. I got to say a little shout out to his sister. He's got a 7th grade sister that's been on Foxboro Youth Lacrosse. Hasn't lost a game. 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th.
Wow.
So 4 years. A phenomenal player, and I think Foxboro varsity is going to look forward to seeing her when she gets up there in 2 years.
That is impressive.
I don't know what how they breed them in the Adesh family, but phenomenal. Brian DeVel's taking the face-off with 6 seconds left, and I think he's just going to hold on to it.
That's it. No? What happened
switched.
there?
I think he had it
3
in his
seconds?
stick
It must
too
not
long.
have come out on the first pop.
And that's the game, folks. So on behalf of Foxboro varsity boys, thank you for watching. April 1st, this is their 2nd game. Now they are 2-0. They beat Norwood on Monday. They beat North Attleboro today, and they're off to a fantastic start. Thank you to the coaches. Thanks to the family. Thank you to Foxboro Cable Access, Frank McDowell and Mike Weber over in the Foxboro Central van. Mike Collins, Ryan Kelly, Joe Derber, Casey Blair on cameras. And I'm here today with Paul Severa. My name is Jim DeVellis. This is the first time we've done this together. We didn't
I
screw
think
up
so.
Too bad.
No, it wasn't too bad.
So if you get a chance, come support the Foxboro teams. Foxboro varsity just played for boys, and girls are going to play right after this. So April 1st. Anything you want to say, Paul, to close this out?
It was a great opening day. It was nice to see so many people down here to watch the game.
Yep, nice on the Sam Burns Community Field. The only field in town for probably another month or 2.
Yeah, from the looks of it.
We've had a tough
yeah.
winter. We got 1.5 feet of snow, and it's just nice seeing people running around outside for once. And so on behalf of, let's say, everybody, have a good day, and glad you were watching.